Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video I have a really cool announcement because with the help of Sandstorm, big shout out to them, I do have my personal max account and right now I'm actually #1 in the world with it. As you guys can see here, it's the end of the season, 2 days and 15 hours left. So I will try to do my best and of course I will go for #1 finish. That will be awesome. It is really hard, but so far I'm actually doing really well on ladder. So in today's episode I will share 3 replays with you guys, and as I said, like I will try to finish as high as possible. And I will make sure, like for sure, I will do many ladder videos with this account. Also streams, like streaming, like for example next season. I will not do it the end of season because I think it's too risky. But definitely like mid-season, like next season, like many videos. If you guys have any ideas for like a challenge I can do, because on this account like I have everything maxed. I will show you guys the account real quick. So this is a deck I use like most, like this is my main deck right now. And I've had really good success with it. I will have 2 replays with this deck. And then also 1 replay with this deck. But I will show the account real quick because as I said, like it's fully maxed. So I'm really happy that I got this, of course, like fully maxed personal account. So as you guys can see, like everything is maxed, and also the legendary. So as I said, if you have any idea for like a challenge, maybe a full legendary like on ladder, like mid-season or whatever, like let me know if you have any ideas. Let me know if you have any like recommendations what I should do or like whatever. Just let me know in the comment section down below. And as I said, I will show 3 replays, guys. So I will start off with the Zep8 version. And this replay was actually for #1. I believe that this morning, like yesterday, I went to bed like being #1. So I was really excited like when I hit #1 because as I said, like ladder can be really difficult. But this morning I woke up, I think I was #3, like 2 people were higher than me. So I started with this deck, like the replay. So this, I knew that this battle, like if I won, I would be #1 again. So I'm using the Zep8 deck with Mega Knight, and this deck is super good right now, guys. Like in my opinion, like this matchup is triple spells. And like many people are using triple spell deck, but of course it's a counter deck, but I'm still like doing really consistent versus those decks as well. So I really like to start off aggressive. What you saw me doing in the beginning was starting off with Spear Goblins. I really like to do that because you either get like quite a lot of chip damage, or you actually bait out like a Zap or a Lock or something. And once you bait it out to Zap, like for example right now I'm doing a Skeleton Barrel Bats push, so he used his Zap. I think that he will drop something else as well, or maybe the skeletons will get a little bit of chip damage. Yeah, there you go. So a few skeletons, I mean it's just a little bit of chip damage, but if you can consistently do that, like you will just end up taking the tower with chip damage, like sending in miners, chipping away with the Spear Goblins, like in this case the Skeleton Barrel. So here the Spear Goblins again, he dropped his guard thinking that I would miner. I didn't. I'll actually go with my Goblin gang over here to counter it, and then I think I will go with my miner. So like in this deck it's really important, especially for matchups like this. Like right now I will send in the miner just to constantly keep the pressure. Like you constantly need to chip away, so I'll have the miner. I believe that here I will go with the Skeleton Barrel in the back because he already has a hunter there. It wouldn't make sense if I push into the hunter, but of course I also don't want to split like switch lanes, I mean, especially after already dealing over 1000 damage. So here he goes with Giant. I will go with Inferno Dragon, and this is really interesting because he does have the Zap of course, but I also have Spear Goblins. Then I think I will go with the Goblin gang. So here like we spend a lot of elixir of course, but look at the counter push we'll end up having. He's giving the crying face. I send in my miner, so I think that he will lock, or maybe he will Zap. Let's see. So I zap his guards, and the tower looks like he locked, but he actually missed a few, like I think skeletons and goblins. And the Inferno Dragon is also locked on, so we take down his tower down to 533 HP. He already calls good game. And look at our towers, like we barely took any damage just by applying pressure, just by chipping away. Again, I will apply pressure. I will send in another Skeleton Barrel with bats behind it. I really like to do that combination because they are kind of forced to zap. And now he doesn't really have anything for the skeletons. He does use his hunter. So here he gives us a really good Mega Knight. We didn't use the entire game yet, but this is a perfect timing. So the Mega Knight with the help of the Zap will take it out. He's laughing. So we actually go with a Skeleton Barrel as well, and this is a really strong counter push. And here I thought that he like gave up, so I kind of went all in. I sent in the miner, I sent in the Goblin gang, I sent in the Spear Goblins. Here I thought he gave up, but he's actually defending. He's strong, his lock defensive, his hunter. I think that he will Zap over here. Yeah, there you go, there's his Zap. So right now he will actually still try to push. This is a good play on his part, but there's just 15 seconds left. Like here I drop my Inferno Dragon in left lane. He actually goes in the right lane with his giant push, but there's no time left. I'll go with his defensive Skeleton Barrel, and as you guys can see, he doesn't have Zap in cycle. Now he does, but the giant is already dead and there's no time left. So even if there was time, I mean, I actually defended the push, so I gave him the thumbs up, I gave him the good game, and I think, yeah, there you go, there also the well played. So that was a really nice match in my opinion, and actually quite a difficult matchup because, as I said, like triple spell, Hunter Giant, first hour like Zap deck, but Inferno Chicken can actually get a lot of value, and that one time Mega Knight definitely like got so much value hitting his Hunter, hitting his guards, and then we could zap it away. So that was a really good defense in my opinion, and a really nice game. So after that game I was number 1 again. So here this was number 1, Marco was actually number 2 at that moment. So I actually matched him with Balloon Cycle. So here I have Balloon Cycle deck. He has Expo deck with Tesla, Arches. So he only has Arches, he only has Tesla and Fireball to hit my balloon. Of course he also has Ice Spirit, but Ice Spirit doesn't do much. So he started off, or I started off with Ice Spirit at the bridge. He started off with Ice Spirit, but a little bit late. I go with my Skeletons to absorb his Ice Spirit because I don't want to take any damage. I will go with my Miner over here. He will go with his Archers, and I think I will send in my Executioner. Yeah, there you go. I will have my Executioner going for his Ice Golem, and I will send in a Knight to tank. But here he has a really good Fireball hitting my Knight, hitting my Tower, and hitting my oh, he actually didn't hit my tower, so he hit the Knight and the Executioner. But here I will go with my Balloon, and look at the Elixir, guys. He just has 3 Elixir, 2 Elixir. He also wastes his Skeletons. He will go with Skeleton, or his Ice Spirit, then he will go with Skeletons. And I know that the Balloon will hit, like make a hit if I zap. So I tried to zap his Archers, I tried to zap his tower, and the Balloon actually did make a hit. So his tower is down to 1519 HP, and our tower is down to 2288. So far we're looking really good. And I know that because we have such a quick cycle deck, I think our Balloon deck, I'm not sure how cheap it is, but it cycles like really quick, especially because of the Skeletons and Ice Spirit, of course. So I will cycle with Skeletons in the middle. I think that he will go with his Ice Golem. There you go. He will go with the Ice Golem. I will send in a Miner at the back of the tower, knowing that he doesn't have a Tornado or anything. So I will just try to switch up the placement. And here he has a really interesting play. Definitely a mistake on his part. He puts his Tesla on the right side, and he puts his Expo. So he's basically going all in. But I know that he only has Tesla and Archers for my Balloon. So I actually go in with the Balloon in the other lane, and he will have his Archers there. I actually zap just to make sure we get that one hit, because we definitely need it. He's sending the laughing face, and basically right now it's GG, guys. Like, he can't really go for our right side tower, because we could like put like troops right on top of it. Let's say he has Expo and Tesla. I can always just go with my Balloon right on top of the Expo, because he can't really defend it. So right now he's actually putting a Tesla in defense, and looks like he will try to draw this match. He will go with the Ice Golem. He's calling good game, good game. So he's, I don't know if he's BMing, I don't know what he's doing, but I'll actually go in with a Balloon. I will also go in with a Miner, and I think that he will go with Archers. There you go, he will go with Archers. I'll actually zap them away, so the Miner does take it out, but we don't get any chip damage. So, but because this deck cycles so quick, I will go with Skeletons. I think I will go with Ice Spirit, and then another Balloon. There you go, Ice Spirit, and then I will go with another Balloon and another Miner. So, as I said, this deck cycles so quick, guys. I will go with a Zap on his Skeletons and his tower, so the Miner will get some chip damage. He actually used his Tesla, and I think I will just cycle real quick right now. Let's see, I will go with Skeletons, I will go with Ice Spirit, and I think I will go with Knight, Balloon in the middle. And look at this Elixir, like, he's spending so much trying to defend this. I will also go with my Miner to his tower. He just used the Skeleton, so I know that he won't have any distraction for the Miner. And the Balloon is actually being killed by the Tesla and the towers, but the Balloon death damage does finish off the tower. So I said thanks, I BM'd a little bit, I give him the good game and the thumbs up. So that was a really interesting matchup. He definitely had some counters to my Balloon, but as I said, like, he made a big mistake by putting the Tesla at the bridge, and I was able to go in the other lane with the Balloon push and taking down his tower. And before that, I was also able to get one Balloon drop on his tower. So that was a really nice game that actually put me up a lot of trophies. And this one, I just played this one, as you guys can see, 45 minutes ago, because I just have 2 replays right now, and I wanted one more replay. So I already was number 1. I think I was like leading, like Azealis was second. I think now someone else is second. Like, everyone is playing, guys. It's so like chaotic, but also really fun, of course. Like, you constantly have the pressure of playing, and you like try to like be number 1, of course. So that's really fun and really nice. I really like it so far. So I just did a game, like, again, a really difficult matchup. Giant triple spells with the Night Witch and only 17 trophies. Imagine if I would have lost that. Like, I already was number 1, guys. Imagine, like, I was taking a huge risk, but I actually went in with this match, I actually decided to go for it. So again, I think I'll start off with Spear Goblins at the bridge. If I have it with this deck, I usually start off with it. So let's see if I do it. I give him the good luck. So let's see. Yeah, I start off with Spear Goblins at the bridge. As I said, like, in my opinion, it's a really good way of baiting out something. He actually uses Minor Defensive, so I'm not sure if that's a misclick. I'm not sure if he tried to do that, but I will go with my bets, and then I will send in a Miner to tank for the bets, forcing out the spell. But looks like he doesn't have anything, so he will actually go with his Giant. I also zapped over there the Night Witch, the tower, and the 2 bet spawning, because I didn't expect him to already use his Giant. He will actually go with a Mega Minion over here. supporting his giant and night witch, and he also used his zap, so he actually is spending a lot of elixir. So I will go with my goblin gang. And he also threw his log, so I'm like kind of forced to also go with my spirit goblins because I don't really want to take that much damage. He had a mega minion there, and I think the mega minion was tanking for the 2 bats. So if I didn't drop my spirit goblins over there, I probably would have taken like I don't know how many damage. Knowing that his zap is out of rotation, I can just drop my bats on top of his guards, and I think I will send in a miner. There you go, I will send in a miner. So he does have a mega minion over here, but look at the elixir, guys. Like, we're leading with elixir. We have the miner chipping away. I think I will zap over here, but really bad zap because the bats, he placed it really well with the mega minion because the other tower was actually in range as well, killing a few bats. If you drop the mega minion, for example, more to the left, if the other tower didn't hit it, the zap might have been worth it because the bats would have survived. But in this case, it kind of was a waste. But it doesn't really matter because we were actually leading with elixir, and right now we're also leading with damage. So I think now, yeah, right now we're actually equal. I think I will go with skeleton barrel again, like applying pressure, guys. With this deck, like pressure is so important. So we have the skeleton barrel there. We have some spirit goblins there. I think that he will mistime his zap. Yeah, he will mistime his zap over here. I remember it correctly. So the skeletons are doing so much work, guys, down to 346 HP, and here he has a really interesting push. I will actually zap his bats and guards, and I think he doesn't have, yeah, he doesn't have zap in cycle. So the Inferno Dragon is actually doing work, and this game ended up being really close, guys. Like, pay attention. So he has 364 on his tower. I will just send in a miner to his tower. I think he will go with a night witch. He actually does predict it. So one spirit goblin was chipping away at the tower, got one more hit, but it actually died. So the tower is down to 145. So I will actually go with spirit goblins in the back. I think I will drop my mega knight, but I think this mega knight is a big mistake because the miner is chipping away. I will also waste my bats, and right now we're low in elixir, and I think he will just send in a giant to tank for the yeah, a giant to tank for the Mega Knight. So this Mega Knight was a big mistake on my part because I just basically wasted 7 elixir, and he's able to build up a push. Like, the Mega Knight DPS isn't that high, so versus a giant it doesn't really matter. So this will actually end up being really close, guys. So so pay attention to this defense. So we have like a Inferno Dragon, we have Goblin Gang, but he actually does have Zap in cycle. So the Inferno Dragon does like reset, but we also go with bats. We have I think Spear Goblins over here. Yeah, we go with Spear Goblins, but the mine is chipping away. He has a poison ticking away. And I'll actually go with a Goblin Gang, kind of panicking, but that poison won't be enough. And he has a lock coming, and I'm sure that max lock is enough. We had 104 HP on the tower, so we give him the good game, well played, and we gave him the thumbs up. So in my opinion, some really cool matches, especially the last one. Like, as I said, I took such a huge risk because I already was number 1. And this guy was so low, like, compared to me. I had 6,618. He was at 6,464. So I think if I lost, I would have lost like over 40 trophies, and maybe I would have like lost my number 1 spot. But I did it for you guys just so I had one more replay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. As I said in the beginning of the episode, like, if you have any suggestions what I should do, like maybe a series with like crazy decks, or like, for sure I want to do live ladder gameplay, but I will do that like mid-season. Of course it will take a while for me to search, but as you guys can see right now I'm number 1. Actually one guy is actually number 2 again, so they're constantly pushing, guys. But end of season I don't really want to risk it. So yeah, as I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye, guys.